Hey everybody, just getting in now. How's everything going? Let me know if you can hear me now. I've got everything set up. There'll be a bit of a delay, but hey, everybody's hearing. Excellent. No fudge tonight. Oh my, what an episode. What an episode. I mean, after that hour long of recap and then the preview where they actually showed Luke P. Pretty much made up for it as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, welcome to the Bachelorette clip show. I know. And let me tell you, I do have an explanation as to why they decided to do a clip show this week. Um yeah, but that preview. Yeah, I know. This episode, it was a rose ceremony and then a recap. But if you want to know, let's see, how are we? Maybe I'll let people stream in a little bit so I don't have to repeat myself. But yeah, sometimes the most obvious villain is, if it quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So I'm not surprised that Luke was the one causing all that drama at the end there. And then on top of that, they have this someone barging in with a ring, which sounds exactly like Luke, right? But if you're just coming into the stream, welcome. Uh, what a show. Just remember, try to be kind to each other and no spoilers. And that's just about the only rules that we have here. So, what was in the preview? Okay, so I will probably, honestly, the preview video for this week will likely be double the recap video, because the recap video is, yeah, I'm not recapping a recap, so it'll probably be just a recap of the first hour. But the preview video, there's a lot to talk about it, and in it, essentially, if you have seen in the previous previews the part where Hannah says, "I have had sex and Jesus still loves me," um, well, we've been speculating who that's going to be. Oh, we have a super chat. How many couples will come out of paradise? 3 to 4? Thanks for the donation. Thanks for supporting the stream. Yes, there's also been talk of paradise. We have some new paradise announcements to be made. There were 7. I don't know if any more since have come out, but 7 announcements on castings for Bachelor in Paradise. Official announcements, not rumors. Um, Including Bibiana, Blake, Demi, Tasha, ABC Cam, John Paul Jones, and I'm missing one, but it'll come to me. Yeah, so usually there's at least 3 to 4. Um, like there was one year where there were 3 proposals, which was yeah. There has been rumors of Christina as well. Um, Clay, yes, sorry, Clay. Thank you for reminding me, Clay. Um, he's also going to be on the show, and I'd say there's almost always at least 3. At going into that, what they have, like the commitment ceremony or whatever it is, and usually they really try to push for at least one proposal at the end. Um, are you Canadian? You know what? I really like to promote sleuthing. I'm sure if y'all put on your detective hats, you can figure it out. Maybe I'll start dropping clues in future videos. Um, but yeah, no, big announcements. They've obviously started filming it. At least the first week or two. I don't know how far along they would be in Paradise, but we also know that first week of August we're getting Bachelor in Paradise right after Bachelorette, so that's awesome. And yeah, I mean, honestly, Bachelor in Paradise is it's what it's all about. It's really it truly is the no holds barred. They let the cringe come out during Bachelor in Paradise, and I love it. Only reason to watch. Thank you, Teddy Fitzgerald. Only reason to watch Bachelor in Paradise is JPJ. Love your vids, by the way. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. John Paul Jones, he's gonna be back. He's gonna be back. That's exciting. And Think Story. Do you have any changes to your top three after this episode's preview? Great question. Sorry. Excuse me, Mr. Spammer. You're going to have to. You're gonna have to go. Bye. Oh, yay, yay, yay! More of them. Bye, bye. Thank you. Sorry about that. So, yes, changes to my top three? No. Oh, jeez, there's more like this little. Get out of here. Yikes. Here. Oh, gee. Sorry about this. This person won't stop. Get out of here. Get out of here with that spam. Jeez Louise. Sorry, I don't have any mods yet. I probably will start doing that. Think Story. Thank you. Here. You know what? There you go. Think Story. If you see anything, start busting that, because that's no fun for the stream. And then now I'm distracted doing this, and that's no fun. So yes, changes to my top three. No, there are no changes to my top three right now. Actually, and I'll talk about this more in my preview video, as to why I think pretty much Luke is in the top three still, and it has to do with a couple of shots I saw. But I'm gonna review the footage again. Since ABC is stealing your brand with the recap tonight, here's a donation. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I know. I'm out of a job this week. How am I supposed to recap when they've already done it for me? They're playing 4D chess here. Fantastic. Yeah. So I don't think that's gonna change. But if one thing, if anybody's wondering, like, what the heck was up with this recap? Why was an hour of time put onto recapping and not just more show? They obviously have more footage, right? Well, my take on it is that so ABC, they had this big huge thing with Luke. They wanted to end off the last episode on them having this, one-on-one and Luke not getting the rose, right? And so that kind of made a really long, dramatic rose ceremony afterwards. So they had like an hour of rose ceremony in last night or tonight's episode, right? But in order to get things back to a place where they're going to start an episode with a one-on-one, then have a group date, then go back to another one and start finishing episodes on rose ceremonies again, they had to fill time in. And so that's why we had an hour of filler. They need to get back to that regular format of a show where things ended on this is yikers. Thank you so much, Think Story. Think Story's been with the channel for a long time, and so that's why I trusted him with a mod there. Thank you for doing that. Really rude. So, thank you for getting on that. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add this as I go. So thank you for blocking that. So I can focus on talking and not clicking a button and removing these. So, Chris Harrison said that ABC is requesting more hours for the show because it's highly rated. So that's why there's an hour filler. That's also why there was the Bachelorette reunion. Oh yeah, I'm sure that's a factor too. that they've got all these hours and they need to fill it. But I really feel like they want to get back to, they don't want to mess up the flow of things so that like they don't end on cliffhangers, right? Um, so that's why they would add an hour of filler to get things back. So yeah, quite the end to the episode. Yikes. Yikes. I absolutely love your vids. Who do you think will be the winner in the end? I'm still predicting Tyler. I'm still who do you think had the ring? My best guess is Luke. Again, if anything we learned from the preview tonight is that if it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So, if anyone is going to be someone who barges in, who's already bought a ring and says, "I think you're my wife" or something, especially after him and that whole dramatic "Jesus loves me" moment, um, yeah, I definitely think that it's Luke. It could be someone else. It could be more innocent than we think. Definitely. Um, but yeah, no, definitely Luke. Hey, Fantake, did you catch that when Hannah was with Mike and hugged him, she was wearing the same pink jacket? Yes, yes, and that's something that we've talked about before. Um, And in the preview, so I looked back at it because a while back people said pink jacket, and I saw that in the two dates, Hannah was wearing different blouses underneath, so she could have just been wearing the jacket the same day. It could have been filmed the same day, and she had the same jacket. But obviously, we know now that it's Luke who did it, and I was pretty shocked that um, they outright showed that. And I think I have a few ideas as to why they let it go right now. Um, but I need to formulate my kind of story on that, and I'll include it in my next preview video. Jada, thanks for the donation. If there was a girl on Bachelorette you feel like you could connect with, who would you go on the show? um, like I said before last time on the stream, what I would like to do is be the Wills, or sorry, Wells of the show, and be the bartender, the one who talks to people, tells them not to focus on other relationships, things like that. That's where I would love to be in Paradise, or the next Chris Harrison, and start doing recaps on actual ABC instead of on the YouTube channel, because apparently they do that now. Um, did you notice the edit on Garrett in the rose ceremony? He didn't get the second to last rose. He got the third rose. Yes, they do that a lot. They, for the sake of editing, they will match up certain people to make it look like, oh, these are the final three who don't have a rose, when really one got a rose like 20 minutes earlier. There's been a couple of shots like that where you see someone in the background have a rose and then not have a rose when they get to that dramatic, like, ooh, who's it going to be in the end? Um, yeah, so they do that. They do that a lot. Which guy do you think you'd get along with the most? Um, huh. That's a great question. Um, definitely the guys that are not causing drama. I feel like, so, and I'm not just saying this because everybody loves Tyler and everybody is on board with Tyler and he's so chill, but Tyler. And that has to do with, like, he is pretty chill. He never gets mad, and I feel like I have similar qualities, and maybe him not getting in the drama and stuff like that we'd get along, but who knows? Are you going to stream the actual show? No, that would be copyright. Can't do that. But I can fair use the clips, which is what I do on my channel. So, yay! Yeah, this report blocking game is no fun. So yeah, And someone, oh jeez, I can't even see people's. Yeah, so definitely, I'm going to for the next stream come back with maybe add some more moderations. Think Story, I'm like making Think Story work here, and that's not cool. For him, so I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna stop this so we can have better streams. I am not honestly not a huge fan of Tyler. He's kind of boring. I could get that. I could get that. I haven't seen it yet as I'm on West Coast. The new promo made Luke look stalkerish. Did the episode make it seem that way? Okay, so if you don't want any spoilers, just watch it. You definitely won't feel great about Luke by the end of this episode. But also be warned, skater, be warned. Skip the second hour. Skip it's just a recap. They literally at one point start recapping what happened in the first hour. So, yeah. Did Hannah actually do it with one of the guys? I don't know. I don't think so. But I mean, it depends on what time it is. It depends on a lot of factors, but I think ultimately it's Luke found out that she had done it before, and it doesn't necessarily mean it was with one of the guys. It just means that, she had been with someone before, and maybe that rubbed him the wrong way. So, what happens? I missed this episode. I will do a recap. I will do a recap video tomorrow. It will likely be shorter, just because why would I, recap that second hour? Yes. I know the second hour's recap. I just want to know about Luke. Thank you. Yeah, no, watch the preview if you haven't. I don't want to ruin it for you because it's pretty awesome. Quick thoughts on NBA Finals. You trying to sleuth me out here? You trying to figure out where I'm from? I'm glad that it wasn't tonight, and I'm glad that the Raptors won, but don't look too much into that. Some reactions on Twitter from people who are getting frustrated with Hannah and her continuous choosing Luke, but in defense of Hannah, wink, nice. She's young and inexperienced with someone like Luke. Yeah, I have thought about doing an in defense video about this sort of thing. Not about Luke, but about Hannah, actually. That's what I'm thinking. I've kind of had an idea for. What's your Instagram? At Bachelor Fantake. Check out the socials here. Yeah, there you go. I'm slowing the button today. But say sorry, I would never. Can you post the trailer? Usually it's up very quickly by someone like ABC or Bachelor World or anything like that. Some of the other channels around. Do you think Jed is there for the right reasons or just to promote his music? I honestly, so I have said before that I feel a little weird about Jed after he said that. So sorry, I'll turn the volume down if that is loud. But the previous WoW thing, I mentioned that I felt weird about it, but honestly, speaking of, honesty is the best policy at the end of the day. So I'd rather him be upfront about that, and there's something admirable in that, but still. Luke P for Bachelor. Okay. All right. You think Peter's a bit fake? I don't. I don't think. Nothing has shown me really that he is so far. But I mean, who knows? Maybe there's more stuff. Like maybe he'll be the one barging in with a ring. But I don't think so. I think it's Luke. What's your top pick? It's still Tyler right now. Still Tyler right now, and Jed. But still Tyler. Garrett was honestly making me so annoyed this episode. How did Luke come out looking better than him? Yeah, it's one of those things. You surround yourself with drama, and it's not going to look good. It's not going to look. Do you think Jed was covering his butt when he told Hannah about coming on for the right reasons? Maybe, maybe. But, I can't fault him for being honest, right? So, do you know the Paradise cast? They mentioned during commercial they would announce during Grand Hotel tonight, but I couldn't stand the first 15 minutes of the show. Um, no, I don't know. I know some of the rumors. So they announced the first, like, 7 earlier today, including Blake, which was a rumor that I had heard. And so I'm guessing that Hannah G will also be there. And I'm guessing Christina will also be there too. And there'll be a little love triangle. And I guess I can talk about a little bit about the sort of conspiracy that I had talked about before, which was this sort of setup that they had for Blake. That's it's no matter what, it's going to be good TV. I'd mentioned this in the last stream that Blake and Christina started dating, then they ended up not dating, and then there were rumors that Hannah G and Blake were going to get together, and then suddenly they were all on Paradise. So I'm thinking they're kind of setting up this love triangle, possibly love square, if it's true that Dean could show up. I don't know that. That's unconfirmed. But I had kind of had this conspiracy that they were setting up for either crazy amounts of drama or a love story, or if all else failed, making Blake the Bachelor. Who is Blake? Blake was the runner-up on Becca's season. So the Bachelorette before Hannah was Becca, and Blake was the runner-up to Garrett. Announced 7 more about 10 minutes ago and more to come. Ooh. Let me see if I can... if I don't get it right away, I won't do it. I won't look into it more. But Bachelor in Paradise cast just came up. I'll make an announcement. I'll add something to a video so I don't interrupt this. But excellent. And if you know anything that's officially announced, you can post it in the chat below. But only official announcements. Try to keep things spoiler free here. I'd be shocked if Mike isn't Bachelor. Yeah, he is got a lot behind him. Do you want Mike to be the Bachelor? I do. I think he would be a great Bachelor. I think it's either him or it's going to be like the runner-up or something. Brooke, hi, thanks. Hi, who do you think will go home next week? Great question. I think I think it's probably getting around Dustin's time. But we'll see how he does. I'm going to review all the footage and I'll dish out that info officially on my preview video coming up. But I think Dustin's he's not really had any screen time, and he's got some he's in trouble. Is Demi official? Demi is official. Demi's official. Bibiana, Cam, John Paul Jones, Clay, Blake. Man, I'm losing my brain. There's more. But who do you think the guy with the ring is? I'm thinking Luke. Who else could it be, right? It could be someone else, but probably Luke. Do you think Connor will be in Bachelor in Paradise? I think he would be a great addition for Bachelor in Paradise. He seems like a good fit. So, I could definitely see him there. Dylan, yeah, Dylan. So, they have shown it, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's from that night, but they've shown Dylan in the Jesus Loves Me time. They cut to Dylan quite a bit, so I would put him just a little bit above Dustin, but yeah, he definitely also hasn't had any time at all. So, yes, Tayshia is there as well in Bachelor in Paradise. It's going to be we're going to get our John Paul Jones back. And I've heard rumors so this is unconfirmed, that Matt Donald will be there. So that's that Grocery Store Joe edit. He's going to be coming back, but I don't know for sure. Did you keep up with Bachelor Canada last season? Is that the one with it was with the blonde guy? I can't remember his name. I feel like it was a while ago, but I did watch what I thought was the latest Bachelor Canada. I did. Any tips for those of us who want to audition? Thanks for the donation, Jessica. Um, Tips for auditioning. Yeah, so I have heard quite a bit about auditioning. Ultimately, you do have to have like an outgoing personality. It's going to be something that they are gonna, want to put um, on TV. Don't be fake because they do know that. Some of the reason why these guys, like arguably Luke, get on the show is because that's them actually, for the most part. So don't try to be anything you're not. Don't try to be anything um, that you think the show wants. But definitely make sure you're your best outgoing self. So it's not confirmed. Mike is in paradise. Yeah, I haven't heard. I haven't heard anything about Mike. I haven't even heard rumors about it. But he's like, uh, I'd be surprised if he wasn't. Um, will you be keeping up with Bachelor in Paradise? Absolutely, I will be. Absolutely, I will be. Bachelor in Paradise is one of my favorites, so I will definitely be recapping that as well. Are you shocked that they didn't show the JPJ kiss for the awkward moment? No, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I think the awkward kiss was that kiss with John, the pizza guy, that they showed at the end of the recap. I know a lot of people were not paying attention at that point, and I almost missed it too. But yeah, Sydney and Anyeka and Nicole are. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm guessing that's an announcement from the show that's on right now. So I would not be surprised. Will Jordan be in paradise? I don't know, but I did get someone sent me a photo of him in the airport headed to Bachelor in Paradise, but that could be for the Goose and Crystal's wedding. He could be just a guest for that wedding, so I don't know for sure. But Jordan could be back. I hope not, because it's. I mean, he had his story. Not that I. I mean, no, I didn't really like Jordan personally, but um, I just think there should be room for someone else. A fan posted the Bachelor in Paradise cast commercial just now on Twitter. All right, I'm checking this out. When that loads up, I'll get it. Do you think Bachelor in Paradise beats Bachelorette? I think Bachelor in Paradise is the best. I mean, they're not completely different things, but they're very different things. John Paul Jones better be in Paradise? Well, he absolutely is going to be in Paradise. Were you surprised that Hannah said Luke was the best kisser? I am not surprised. I was actually thinking she was going to say Luke when he asked. And I think that's part of the reason why he's still around. Looks like the new announcements are Kaylin. Yep. I'm not surprised about that. Wills, Sydney, Annalise, again, Chris Bukowski, Kevin from Hannah season, Anyeka, and Nicole. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. More official announcements. I'm not surprised really by much of that. Who was Hannah flipping off? Luke. Absolutely Luke. Absolutely Luke. Will there ever be a same-sex Bachelor or Bachelorette season? Well, they have made a little bit of movement in that direction on the Bachelor in Paradise Australia, where they started including dates between women, if that's what they wanted. But I doubt that is something that will happen before there is a black Bachelor. So if we get Mike in there, then we can start adding things like that. Who do you think is going to, quote, propose to Hannah? Um, I'm thinking it is Luke. I'm thinking it's Luke. So who is Chris Bukowski? He wasn't he the guy who he's like from a while back. Wasn't he? And he was on Bachelor Pad. And didn't he say he wasn't like he was retired from Bachelor, and then is he back? Sorry, I'm just kind of catching up with that. Like I was thinking of someone else, but then I googled it, and yeah, that's him. I just like okay. Thanks, Story. Who do you think the final two are? Thank you for the donation and for like clicking like mad. You're doing work tonight. So thank you for that. And who do you think the final two are? I still think it's got to be, like, if I put my money, I would say Tyler and... Oh. Sorry about that. I think I just, for some reason, showed it was off for a second. Don't know if anything happened, but okay, we're back. Final two, I'm thinking that it's Tyler and Jed, but if it's not that, it's probably Tyler and Peter at this point. And then the final three would be Luke, and I'll tell you why later on my preview video when I can kind of compile my thoughts. And Luke, Peter, and Tyler, or Luke, Jed, and Tyler. Do you know if Joe and Kendall got engaged in Paradise or will be? They did not get engaged. They did not get engaged the last time they were on. They just left in a relationship, and they are still in a relationship. I haven't heard any announcements about it, so I'm going to say they are not. But I feel like they are a couple, like Raven and Adam, who recently got engaged. Congrats to them. I feel like Joe and Kendall could very much. I think Dean is going to Paradise, but a late entrance. It could be. It could be. It could be that the whole Christina thing comes back around with possibly Blake, and they throw Dean in there near the end to cause some drama. I really don't think Luke will make it that far. There were a couple shots, especially there was one that looked like it was in Greece with the Hannah and him. That really makes me feel like I'm trying to put together how the rest of the season goes, like what's going to be next episode and where they fit in the drama of the whole Jesus Loves Me thing, and then the hometowns have to happen, and then the final three has to happen, and it's hard for me to think of where that Greece or that ocean Greek kind of island scene would happen where they're so happy together. That makes me wonder. Makes me wonder if he's in the final three. Who do you think will get engaged in Bachelor in Paradise? I hope there's tons of engagements. I hope it's like that season with Evan and Carly where 3 people get engaged at the end. That's what I want. I want tons of engagements. Did you already say why you think they showed all the Luke footage tonight so early? I don't think I said completely why. I have an idea as to why, and I think it has to do with well, I'll get to that when I do my preview video, just because I kind of want to spend some time looking more at the footage and compiling my thoughts on that. But I think it has to do with the way that they tell the story. I think they have something that's more dramatic about Luke, and so they're gonna push that as the final dramatic moment. And Peyton, thank you for the donation. Of all the guys on the show, who would you most like to have a beer with? Now that is a really good. Wow. Okay, that's a great question. Like right now, I feel like maybe Peter. Maybe Peter. I mean, John Paul Jones seems pretty funny, and he was not in any drama. And Tyler seems like like a really down to earth guy, but I don't know if it would be the most invigorating conversation. Peter seems like someone who was just sort of chill and genuine and not bringing up drama all the time like a lot of the other guys are. Bella, thanks for the donation. Luke's done at final. I hope that's not a spoiler, but thank you for the donation. Um, I won't take it as fact because people have messaged me with spoilers that were wrong before, or what they thought were spoilers, or that I thought was them trying to tell me spoiler, but it was just an opinion. But thanks for the donation. I'm only here for a second. I watched The Bachelor on Hulu, so I'm waiting for it to update. I just wanted to say I love your content. Thank you so much for saying that. And I'll see you in the videos coming up. And enjoy the episode. The first hour has some stuff, but just be aware. Second half is a bit of a boring part. Newest set of names is Katie, not surprised. Derek, Jane, Jane. Why are you even talking, Jane? Hannah G, final announcement for the night. Yeah, I'm not surprised about Hannah G. I think people would flip out if Hannah G was not in the cast there. Snape kills Dumbledore. No. I was just getting to that book. I think they want to ramp up the unexpected proposal. Yeah, exactly. Which will include Luke praying in church, which now has been eliminated from the previews. Wasn't he praying tonight in the previews though? They showed it after at some point when I don't know, but that's definitely something. I think they are ramping it up so they have this big moment and they can reveal that moment. And now the new cliffhanger at the end of the previews is who is the proposal about. So, but I was surprised that they showed Luke right away. They made it about him. But I also think that's because he makes it far. And they know he makes it far and probably gets eliminated late. So they feel okay about revealing that and getting people upset about him. I'm already ready for Bachelor in Paradise. Oh, me too. Me too. Do you like poutine? You got your detective hat on, I think. Well, who doesn't love poutine, right? Or poutin? Poutin, maybe? Yeah, praying in church, I believe I saw tonight. I was annoyed by Garrett for starting the drama at the cocktail party. Yeah, me too. It never turns out well. Could the ring be a fan? Like what happened to Becca in Ari's season? Yes, a fan has... I mean, I doubt it. It could be, but I love... That would be funny. If Luke makes it far, why did they give him such a bad edit? I think he's kind of given himself a bit of a bad edit. I think it's unavoidable with how everybody else in the show, all the other men have interacted with him. It's impossible to give him a good edit, and I think he makes it far and gets dumped somewhere along the line, and that's kind of dramatic that you have this villainous character making it further than usual. So they're hyping up the drama by continuing to give him a bad edit. I think they're going to pull a fast one on the proposal. They're framing it all around the one combo with Luke. I don't think it's him. Yeah, that's true. It could very well be a fake out. It could actually be a positive thing. Someone actually is like, you know what, I really actually want to marry you, and I just want to show you that now in the final 3 or something like that. So it's possible. They did do the fake out, which really made me mad. Last season with Colton, where they had the footage of him with the ring box, and then that was just a fake out. That was fake footage that they filmed. But I don't think this is fake footage because of the actual interaction between Hannah and Chris Harrison. Do you think they showed the recap so people would stop watching because they're so tired of watching Luke? Possibly. Possibly. Give people a break. Do you like Colton's season or Hannah's season better so far? That is also a tough question because I feel like with Colton's season I had so many ups and downs. There were parts where I was like, "Oh, this is so exciting," and then it just kind of went downhill. But I mean, there's tons of like it's very interesting. This season is very interesting from an analytical point of view, like analyzing what the heck is going on with Luke and trying to scour through the previews to figure that out. How far does Grant make it? Oh, you didn't watch the episode, did you? I'm sorry to say something, but he's back into the unemployment line. What do you think will happen first? Asian Bachelor / Bachelorette or bisexual Bachelor / Bachelorette? Well, second one, who's to say it hasn't already happened? Right? I just got here. Can you quickly say the big things that happened in the episode? So, yes, we had an hour of a rose ceremony where Luke was going to either get a rose or not get a rose. He got a rose. Then we had an hour of a recap of the season. Yeah. Including recapping what happened in the first hour of the episode. And then we got the preview, which check it out. Watch it for yourself. I won't spoil it completely because I think you should watch it. But it has a lot to do with, or it reveals the Jesus loves me moment, so check it out. Luke has completely hijacked Hannah's season. It started out so strong. He absolutely has hijacked it. It's pretty crazy. I don't get why Hannah and Chris Harrison flew all the way back to the mansion to do that interview. Okay, conspiracy? Conspiracy? They filmed it after the season had already finished. That's my conspiracy. That's why they were kind of in a studio. I think they knew that they had to fill this hour. They kind of formatted their season, and the editors and producers were like, we need an hour to fill here. Let's do a recap. So they filmed it after the season was already done. And they had to act like it was midway through. Where can I watch the preview? I don't know. Usually ABC or if you search it on YouTube, there is a channel that posts it. I often see it somewhere around there shortly after the airing of the show. Personally would like to see Luke's family to try and understand where his crazy comes from. Well, we might. I have a feeling we are going to get a Luke hometown. So I think we will see it. It will be very interesting. This is why Bachelor Fantake is connected to the Illuminati. That's all I have to say about that. If not Mike, Connor for Bachelor. I want Peter to win. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think someone from Bachelor in Paradise likely will be it. Unless the social media following for some of the other guys really come out. So we'll see. How do you feel? How did you feel about the Stanley Cup final? Just more sleuthing, I see, huh? Well, a lot of Americans love the Stanley Cup final, right? And a lot of Canadians do too. That's a stereotype about them, right? I was cheering for the Blues. I want Connor as my boyfriend. Oh, yeah, I know, me too. No, Tyler. Yeah, I really want Mike for Bachelor. A lot of people are saying that. I like Mike for Bachelor too. Did you notice how in the last episode Tyler C was wearing the same shirt in his interview from the evening portion of the date that he wore to the cocktail party in tonight's episode? No, I'll double check that. Sometimes the interview the interviews, they're recapping things that have happened a while back. So, are you from the north? Yes, I'm a wildling, by the way. The preview for next week has not been posted yet. I'll keep an eye on it and upload the link if I see it come through. Yeah, and I'll be doing my in the next day or two. I'll be doing my preview breakdown, which will have everything there. Why would Jane go to Bachelor in Paradise? I know, right? I know. Why are you even talking, Jane? Do you like Tim Hortons? What's Tim Hortons? Yeah, sorry, it just came out and out in and out again. So it should come back. It should be coming back now. But I am gonna end things pretty soon. I gotta head to bed and start working on the next video, even though it's gonna be a shorter one. But what if anyone has any last minute questions or anything like that, let's get it out now. And I'll try to answer as many as I can before we go. We don't even know his first name, and y'all are trying to figure out where he's from. Yeah, I know. Come on. I'll tell you my first name. My first name is actually Chris. Like, actually, Chris. It's not Chris Harrison, but fudge in the chat. That's right. Who do you think would be a good match for Cam on Paradise? Who knows? Because I feel like he's giving a lot of Evan vibes, and I mean, who would have picked that Carly and him would have matched up? Are you doing Bachelor in Paradise recaps and previews? Absolutely, I am. Love Bachelor in Paradise. One-on-ones next week. So they did show it was in Latvia, so I can definitely say Garrett is getting a one-on-one next week. So for sure, Garrett. I think. I don't know the others, but I'll try to scour the previews. Yes, my first name is actually. No, yes, Chris. Cam and Annalise? Yeah, maybe. That seems. I mean, that I could ship that. Do you keep up with the old contestants that have babies now? Kinda. I mean, I see it on Instagram every once in a while. I don't actively keep up with that, but Ari did have and Lauren did have their baby, and good for them. Like, honestly, they're making it because I'm not surprised because of all the adversity that they faced, and it's kind of like brought them together, I think. So no fear, Grant will get sponsored by a hot dog company for sure. I know, he'll finally get his employment. Thoughts on Bachelor in Paradise cast? I like a lot of the names. A couple of them I weren't expecting, but I mean, obviously Hannah G and Blake were the big names. That's probably going to be the big ship that people are going to be thinking about going in. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think Luke is a bad guy, just immature and unaware. Um, yeah, I mean, like part. I think part of it does definitely is immature, and I think he just needs to, grow up a little bit. Do you think John Paul Jones has a chance to get engaged at the end of Bachelor in Paradise? Well, that's the story we're all hoping for, right? Who do you think will get the final rose? My top pick is still Tyler. I didn't even know Grant was still here. Oh, fudge in the chat. So, okay, everybody. Yes, Bachelor in Paradise is August 5th. Thanks for coming out for this live stream. I will be heading out now so I can get some nice sleep and start working bright and early on a recap video. And thank you all for joining me. I love chatting with y'all. Um, and talking Bachelor. And yeah, I think we've got an awesome preview to look at coming up. So thanks for coming out, and everybody have a great night. Bachelor Fantake out.